And the latest addition to the news of the Aaron Hernandez criminal saga is that he is being taken out of Madden 25 and NCAA 14. Essentially, what this is going to do is he won't be a free agent in Madden 25. He won't be able to become on any teams or anything like that. Although, really, you could just create Aaron Hernandez simply, unless they wanted to go that far and put some block feature in to where you couldn't just create your own player that is Aaron Hernandez. But beyond that, he's also going to be taken out of NCAA 14, which is interesting because when I first saw that, I kind of wondered, why is Aaron Hernandez in NCAA 14? But apparently he's on a skill trainer card. And there's a good chance you have no idea what that is. Basically, it's something that you can get. I don't know if it's an unlockable thing, kind of like an achievement or what. I'm not sure because I've never cared about like the Ultimate Team cards or any of those type of cards that they have in Madden and sometimes I guess now in NCAA as well. I've never cared about those. Although I do kind of miss the Madden cards. You know, when you have like the card that lets you kick like an 80-yard field goal or whatever. Those were kind of fun. Although that's leading to a different point in a different video that we posted, myself and Ricky, where I kind of talk about how I miss the games that were less real and more fun. But that's completely off topic. Getting back to Aaron Hernandez, this is like the next step in completely wiping him off of the history of football. Robert Kraft went ahead and said that if he is found guilty of the first-degree murder, he would feel that himself and the organization have been duped. Which, I mean, okay, I can kind of get it, and I think especially once you gave him extra money, you know, he got that contract extension with the Patriots, that kind of adds to a little fuel to the fire. But, I mean, he was a first-round talent who was graded at first round, who dropped all the way to the fourth round. That's a huge drop. But, I mean, with that being said, saying that, you felt duped, you kind of feel stupid from this, I don't think, I mean, what were you going to do? In a pre-draft interview say, hey, by any chance, might you murder somebody in the next few years? I don't think you should feel duped. I don't think you should feel stupid or like you were tricked or anything. Horrible things happen, and you can't predict something like that. I have a huge amount of respect for the Patriots organization in, doing the jersey exchanges. I think that's great. Although there are some ulterior motives. It's not just we don't want, kids to have these jerseys and not be able to wear them because their parents don't want them to wear it, which was kind of one of the official reasons they give. Really, it's just they don't want to see, Aaron Hernandez jerseys in the stands. I think that's honestly one of the main reasons why it comes down to. They want him wiped out from the entire organization history. And the NFL wants the same thing. The NFL will not approve of any contracts on him or waivers on him. Not that anybody claimed him when he was going through waivers or that anyone would even try and sign him right now. I think everybody is being very classy and respectful with just kind of ignoring it and just kind of being like, okay, Aaron Hernandez is done. His career is over. He's not going to have a Michael Vick type of situation unless maybe he's found not guilty. But, that's the situation that probably won't occur. I just think that it's funny with the NCAA thing, with his picture in that NCAA skill trainer card is being replaced with something with Alex Smith will be the replacement for that one. And I think it's kind of interesting having him taken out of the Madden games as well, because I don't blame them at all for taking him out. He's not going to play football next season. He's not going to be a free agent. I mean, nobody's going to sign this guy. Why do you put him in there? So I don't blame them for that. I think some people might think it's a little bit of an overreach, and I've seen some people kind of saying that it's kind of like, all right, guys, we get it. I think there's not a lot of people, but there is a minority of people out there who have kind of said, all right, let's move on, let's get past this. Who cares? We don't need to go the extra mile of going out of our way to taking him out of a game, in an update or something like that. But at the same time, you can't really blame them for that because he's not going to play. The NFL won't let any contracts be signed for him. So unless they leave the feature in the game that you try and sign him in free agency and then a little box pops up of Roger Goodell's face saying, no, 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 can't do that one. I don't know. I don't think it's an overreach. But at the same time, I do think it's a little kind of funny and silly that we're completely making this effort to wipe him out of NFL history. He's a part of it. He did a horrible thing. If anything, this should be, I don't really want to say a lesson, but kind of a demonstration of this was a man who had everything in the world. I mean, we saw his house on TV nonstop for over like a week. You know, you just see this, everything he had all the world given to him and he threw it away. It's one of those things that you can learn from and players can learn from and say, hey, you know, keep your head clean, keep your head above water, be careful what you're doing. Because if you don't, apparently we're going to wipe you out of NFL history. I don't know. I thought it was a little bit interesting. I would love to know what people think down below in the comments. If you think that taking him out of the NFL history, as well as, you know, Madden 25, NCAA 14, if you think that's an overstep, I would love to hear your reasons why you think it's an overstep. Or if you are on the bandwagon of it's completely justified, which I believe probably most people are, feel free to leave those comments as well. Hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to our channel. Be the first to know every time we put up another video. Or hit that like button if you like the video. But leave those comments below and I will be thrilled to know what you guys think.